What's up and welcome back, Wargamers. BattleShock Wargaming Studio. We're getting ready to play another exciting game of Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Dave is going to tell us what we're doing today.
Today it is going to be the Ironjawz versus Sylvaneth. I've taken a bunch of beef in this list. You guys can roast me in the comments because I did not take any war chanters. I did throw some pigs in for some speed and a bunch of brutes because that's how I like to play Ironjawz nowadays. It should be pretty fun.
I'm taking Sylvaneth. I'm excited about their new changes to the Wildwoods and their battle traits after the Battle Scroll update. This is a very similar list to what I played with for a members report a couple weeks ago. I'm excited to see what it can do today because we know it can be quite powerful. If you guys are new to the channel, thank you so much for joining us today. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff down below because it really helps out the channel.
And obviously, big love to all of our members. Thank you so much for deciding to help support this channel. If you guys are interested in becoming members, there will be a join button down below or on our channel page. Go ahead and check that out. You get extra battle reports, and we do the best that we can to get you guys some extra fantastic content.
With all that being said, let's take a look at the lists we're playing today.
So pumped to be running Ironjawz again. They're going to be Ironjawz Brawl battle formation, which means if I make an unmodified charge roll of 8, I get +1 to my attacks, and this is going to be 2 drops. My general is going to be the Omega Boss on foot. He is going to have the Amber Bone Whetstone, which allows me to add 1 to the rend of his melee weapon. Then I've got a Weird Knob Shaman. The Weird Knob Shaman gets to add 1 to his power level if he is close enough to a unit with 10 or more models, and he is going to be just slinging some spells, hopefully helping me to do some stuff during this battle. We'll find out. Then we have a Ardboy Big Boss. He is going to help my Ardboys do extra mortal wound damage, and he is going to have a trait that gives him +10 to his control. Then we have 2 units of reinforced brutes. They get tons of attacks, they do lots of damage, and they're just tough to shift with those meaty 3-up saves. Then we have 2 units of 10 Ardboys to screen, get battle tactics, and do a little bit of damage, serve as an anchor in my army, and they're old school, and I love them. Then for some fast attack that doesn't really do damage but will help me do some things are the pigs. We've got 2 units of 3. They're going to run around and cap objectives and kill stuff. And finally, we have the Kronspine Incarnate of Gur. That is going to be my lore that I'm taking today. We'll see if we can get it out with no bonuses. If we do, it'll be very helpful. So there you go, Ironjawz Brawl. Let's see what Michael brought.
Taking a look at the Sylvaneth today. I'm taking Lords of the Clan as my battle formation. This gives all my monsters a flat 3 heal when I use Endless Growth. And this is a 3 regiments, so a 3-drop list. My War Master today is Alarielle the Everqueen. She's a 3-cast wizard with a 6-up ward. Her and her beetle, she can really punch through a lot of damage. What makes her really good is Life Bloom, which can give her either a +1 to cast or a heal 2d3. We have Belthanos, the first Thorn of Kurnoth in the list. He's a medium fighter. He's really good for taking out flanking units, but he gives run and charge to 3 units table-wide, doesn't matter where they are, which is super strong. We have a Spirit of Durthu in the list. He's going to be taking the Seed of Regrowth, so that if he dies, he might just not die and come back on a 3-up, which is super helpful. And then we have a reinforced unit of Kurnoths with Scythes. These have big damage 3 size, and they get +1 rend if they get charged. For our objective monkeys, we have 1 unit of Gossamet Archers. These guys have a shoot and move ability, which is super helpful. And then we have a unit of Tree Revenants. These guys retain their teleport ability, so they can zip-zap across the table, get objectives, get battle tactics, and do a bunch of stuff. We are taking the Primal Lore. I love this lore with Sylvaneth because we have the Emerald Life Swarm to really bump up our healing to 11. We have the Flaming Skull, which does a little bit of shooting, and the Jaws can really pump through some extra damage if you need it to. That is it for the Sylvaneth. Let's take a look at the mission we're playing today. Today's mission is limited resources. This is a 6 objective battle plan, and our territories are split down the middle. The twist for this mission When a player gains control of an objective, they start to extract resources from it. After scoring victory points, if the active player controls an objective that they controlled at the end of their previous turn, they have extracted all of the resources from that objective. For the rest of the battle, that player cannot control the objective. Once a player has extracted all of the resources from an objective, they can still contest it to prevent their opponent from controlling it, but they do not and cannot control it themselves. The underdog can add 3 to control scores of friendly units that are contesting an objective from which they are extracting resources. Each player scores victory points at the end of their turns as follows. Score 2 victory points if you control at least one objective. Score 2 victory points if you control 2 or more. Score 2 victory points if you control more objectives than your opponent. Score 4 victory points if you complete the battle tactic you chose to attempt this turn. This is going to be a very interesting mission with us bouncing around trying to score all of these objectives, so let's see how it all shakes out.
All right, we are back from taking a look at the armies. We hope that you are as stoked for this matchup as we are. I'm going to take the first turn because I was 2 drops, Michael was 3. So go ahead and leave a comment down below. Who do you think is going to win this battle? Is it going to be all of the beef of the Ironjaws, or is it going to be Sylvaneth and their shenanigans? We'd really like to hear from you. So we're going to talk about Honor Guard. My 10-man brute squad is going to have +1 to hit and wound against the General's Regiment, which is the size and Alarielle.
And I'm going to try out the bodyguard for my honor guard. So as he'll get -1 attacks as long as he's in combat with the general, and my bodyguard are wholly within 6 inches of her. So if you come into my sides and her, we're gonna mess you up.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a pretty good plan. And my battle tactic is going to be to take the flanks. I can do that with my pigs very easily in the first turn, and they have enough wounds that they can maybe survive a clap back and then go do some stuff later. So we'll see how that goes. I only have a few things to do. I have no priests. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a dice with the Mega Boss to give a +1 attack to the Honor Guard right here on a 2-up. So these guys are going to have +1 to attack until my next turn. All right, let's do some spell casting. The first thing we're going to try to do is we're going to try to do Great Green Hand of Gork on this 10-man of our boys. That goes off on a 9. Would you like to unbind?
Unbinding with Alarielle. I got an 8. You're good.
Okay, we'll go ahead and pick those up and move them. I think I'm just going to put them on this objective right here. All right, Ard boys are here. They're standing on this objective. We may try to charge them. If they get the charge, they'll be on that objective. If they don't, then they'll stand there. So that's value country. It's just going to hopefully stop some movement. And then the last thing we're going to try to cast is the Kronspine. And that fails. And then we are going to move a unit 3 inches. I'm going to go ahead and move these pigs. That's my hero phase. You got anything?
Yep. We're going to spend 1 for magical intervention. Alarielle's +1 to cast right now, so she's -1 to cast, so we're casting naturally. We're going to do Tree Song and try and bring out a tree. Comes out on a 10.
Cool. I'm going to try to unbind it. Goes on.
Yay! I'm going to put a tree up.
And then we'll move. Hey, we're done with my movement. Pretty easy. I ran some orcs across the board. Michael threw a redeploy, so I couldn't charge and fight those tree revenants, which was pretty smart. And the pigs are taking the flanks, and my blob is moving forward. We've got the Ardboy Big Boss here to aid the Ardboys. Ardboys holding the objective. 2 units of brutes. My general and my weird knob stepped out just so he can see a little bit better. That's it. We're just going to do 1 charge. And it's going to be to try to get into this tree and kill it.
Don't charge my trees, man. I just got that tree.
I know, but then you can bring another one out. So, you know, that's fun. Anyway, so with the Ardboys, let's do a charge. Snake Eyes is not enough. We'll command point it. And going down to 3. And let's try again. 7 should be good.
Let's start a combat. My Wildwood is going to try and do some mortals to you. You're going to take 2 more moves.
Okay, we're gonna go with our choppa and or stickas. This is gonna be 14 attack towards the 3s. Make 6 saves, tree.
Fail 3. Fail 1.
So that's it. We did 1 damage, pretty sweet. All right, we're back for my turn. I scored a mighty 10 points. I did 1 damage to the trees. I was excited to do shield bashes on 5s, and then I realized that the trees don't count as an enemy unit. It's a faction terrain. So yeah, hold 1-2 more, battle tactic, and we're gonna get into Michael's turn. I have 3 command points to his 2.
So my battle tactic this turn is I'm going to do not waver. I'm going to fight with 2 units and not lose anything. Should be able to do that. Start of my hero phase, we're going to do Life Bloom, so we're +1 to cast with Alarielle. And then Belthanos is going to turn that Wildwood on the far side that he stands next to into an Overgrown. He just does that now, don't have to roll for it. We're going to do Wrathful Spirits on this tree right here to give it +1 rend. 7, 8.
Okay, I'll try with my Weird Knob. Unbound.
Let's do some endless spells. Let's bring out the Jaws.
Okay.
An 11.
Okay, I'll try with my last Unbind. Nope.
And then let's end it with the Emerald Lifeswarm.
Okay.
7.
Goes off. No more Unbinds.
Cassian's complete for me. I think that's the end of my hero phase. Any reactions from you?
Yeah, I'm going to do Mighty Destroyers, and I think I'll move the pigs 3 inches. All right, the pigs just moved back 3 inches, and then we're going to use a command point, and we try to bring out the Kronspine with Dude.
8.
That's an 8. It goes off. Would you like to unbind?
You got it.
Okay, we'll drop that. All right, Kronspine Incarnate is right there, screening, making the brutes look a little scarier, and that's it. Nothing else.
Let's move.
Let's do it.
Movement phase is complete for the Sylvaneth. Durthu rolled, we spent 1 command point on Durthu so that he can auto run, so he's up there. And then we just edged this objective with the Gossamed archers. They're all in range to pop some shots at those Ard boys. And then we moved Belthanos up, and then Alarielle and her bodyguard just took the center. They're just holding down the fort, daring the Kronspine and all these orcs to come into her. And then there were no reactions from Dave. So we have 13 shots with the Gossamed archers, 3s, 3s, rend 1, crits, auto wound. So 4 at -1 rend into the Ard boys.
Okay, 4s. Okay, I take 2 damage and 1 dies.
Alarielle is gonna yeet her Spear of Kurnoth into the other unit of Ard boys. Hits on a 2. Of course. Always happens.
We love them ones. Okay.
Let's do some charges. Belthanos feels like charging those Ard boys right in front of him. 5 is good. Durthu charging in. 10 is good.
10 is very good. I'm not going to countercharge. I would like my 2 command points for other things.
2 command points for other things. Let's do some rampages. Belthanos. It goes off. That's cool. So roll a d3 on a 2-up, inflict an amount of mortal damage on the target equal to the roll, so 2 more wounds. And then I can go bleep bloop and teleport somewhere. Okay. There's nowhere really interesting for me to teleport to. I suppose I can teleport to here. I'm going to stay right here because I want to strike invade. So let's go ahead and activate. So we're getting +1 to hit against the Ard boys because they're within 3 inches of the tree. I do need to let my tree explode on you. It does. Take a mortal wound. Okay. And then we have 4 attacks with the Guardian Sword. These are going to be 2s and 2s. Rend 2, 5 damage.
2s and 2s?
Yeah, it's normally 3s and 2s, but you're within 3 inches of a tree, so I get +1 to hit you.
Oh, nice. Okay, all odds bends.
It's 3. I rend 2.
Okay, this is going to be 4s. Fail 2.
So 5 damage each.
Okay, so that's 10. So we'll kill 5 guys.
And then we have the massive impaling talons. Take 3 mortal wounds from the massive impaling talons.
Using last command point for all out attack, this is 3s and 3s. They're anti-charge +1 Ren, so they'll be Ren 2/1.
For all out defense, last command point. Hardpoints are anti-charge. They want to get charged, huh? They're into it.
Yeah. It's 8 saves, -2.
So take 3.
Shield bash. Take 3 mortal wounds.
Okay, so 6 damage. 5 attacks with the Kurnoth Glaive. 3s and 3s. Hit 2 at Ren 2.
Okay, now I fail them both.
It's 3 damage each. 4 attacks with the razor-like mandibles. That's on 4s. That's on 2s. Take 1 at Ren 2. We're good. Okay.
Hard boy's gonna punch this tree. 4s. 1 wound.
Failing. Saved it.
Cool.
We will strike and fade with Belthanos. Well, he'll heal flat 3. And we strike and fade. Whee! Belthanos to strike and fade. He's hanging out behind Mommy Alarielle, who will protect him because he's a good boy.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Let's score it up.
That's it.
Sylvaneth have completed our turn. We scored 8 points because we hold 1, 2, not more, and we completed our battle tactic, which was fight with 2 units and not lose anything. I was really surprised on how hard Durthu hit. He made connections, so that was kind of cool. That is it. I am the underdog going into battle round 2, and then we're going to get into the roll-off. Good luck to you, sir.
Good luck to you as well.
Yeah.
We are going to maintain order, so we will be back for battle round 2, Ironjawz. We're back for battle round 2. The orcs are going to get into it. I have 4 command points to Michael's 5. He can pick objectives to add control score to. I don't think I'm going to be taking any of his objectives, so we'll figure that out later.
I'm going to pick that one.
That one, right? The one that you're standing on? Okay, yeah. For my battle tactic, I'm going to do take their lands. We're going to try to take this overgrown piece of terrain right here. See if these bad mamma jammas get a +1 to their attack. They do, so we'll just leave that on there.
Nice.
And then right here, we are going to try to... All right, so we're going to try to get rid of the Emerald Lightstorm. We're on a +1 because there are 2 enemy manifestations on the table. That's an 8.
It's gone.
Let's try for a great green hand of Gork. That goes off on a 7.
Ooh. Sure, unbind. Unbound.
Rally on that unit right there that has 1 model in it. I'm +3 because I'm within 12 of my Ardboy Big Boss, and then I don't have a standard, so this would be 9 dice.
Oh, +1. And
I do have the musician. Yeah. Thank you. The other one's control, so it's going to be 10 dice. On 4s, we'll bring back 2 Ardboys. For my Mighty Destroyers, I'm going to move these brutes 3 inches that way. All right, my part of the hero phase is complete. Do you have anything else, Michael?
We're good. We're just going to ride it out.
All right, let's go ahead and move. All right, we're done with my movement phase. I moved the pigs 9 inches this way so they can do some stuff later. I'm completing my battle tactic right now. I moved the brutes forward, the war chanter, the Kronspine incarnate. These 3 bad mamma jammas that I rallied are right there. Ardboy Big Boss, weak little screen. My general moved over 5 inches, and then I moved the brutes 4 inches that way after their Mighty Destroyers. Michael threw a 3-inch redeploy, so we've got a 7-inch charge right now. And then the 3 pigs over there are going to go mess up some Gossamed archers if they don't end up too far away.
Speaking of which, we will go down to 3 command points, and we will covering fire because you don't have a shooting phase. Okay, hitting on horse. 6 at -1.
K5s. Or I'm sorry, 4s. 1 pig goes down.
And then let's scurry away for 3 inches. So we'll put them 6 inches away from you.
All right, it's charge the clock. We're going to charge with the Kron Spine first. He's 3d6. He just has to finish next to that manifestation. That's a 6. That's fine. Okay, before I carry on with my charge, my Ardboy Big Boss is going to call a Mighty Wah, and everything that is wholly within 18 is going to get +1 to charge. And we're going to charge these brutes into the fold. That's an 11. They're going in.
Aggressive charge.
They're +1 to their attacks because they rolled an unmodified 8+. They're +1 to their attacks because of the Mighty Wah, and they're +1 to their attacks because the Mega Boss gave it to them. So they're +3 to their attacks. All right, last charge is going to be the pigs. They need a 6. They get a 9, so they'll go in. All right, the pigs have gone in. Let's see if they do any mortals. 2 mortals and the Gossamed Archers.
My Kurnoths are going to tangle you up in a thicket because you charged. So it's mortals on 3s with 6 dice. Take a mighty 2 mortal wounds.
Okay, 6 up ward. And we take 1.
The Wildwoods that's in combat range with the Kron Spine is going to try and do mortals to it. Nope.
So let's go ahead and fight with the first 25 attacks. This is 3s and 3s. Red 1, 2. Okay, make 8. -1.
Okay, take 4 damage.
Okay. And then we're going to fight with 12 attacks from the Gorchappas. 3s and 3s. You guys are letting me down. And 3s. Okay, 3 -2.
I failed all of those, and all out defense, and I would have saved them.
9 damage.
Earthy's going to activate. Now we're going to all-out attack, because it's funny. We're going to do 3 attacks, where we're just doing everything into the pigs.
Okay, all out defense.
3s, 2s and 2s with Guardian Sword. Nice all-out attack. Okay, so take 3 at run 2.
Lose a pig. 5 damage, right?
Yep, 5 damage.
Okay, dead pig.
And then the massive impaling talons. Take 3 more wounds.
Okay, so 1 pig left on 2 wounds. All right, the lone Gorgrunta is going to try to finish off Durthu. He has +1 attack because I rolled a 9 to charge. So he's going to go with his Choppa or Hacka. This is 4s and 3s. Okay, and then we're going to go with the Gorgrunta's Tusks. These are charged +1 damage on 5 attacks, 4 attacks. 4s and 2s. 2 hits. And 2s. Okay, no rend on 2 saves.
Save them.
Lucky boy.
Ducky.
Okay, your turn to activate.
Kurnoths are going to activate into the Kron Spine. We got 3 guys in range. It's the size 4, run 2 from the Kurnoths with size.
Okay, I fail 3.
9 damage.
And he'll take 9, so he suffered 10. Okay, all the attacks from the Kron Spine are going into the size. This is 4s and 2s.
All at defense, going down to 1 command point.
2 -2.
Save 1 failure.
3 damage.
It's 6. Take 2 damage. Jaws going in the Kron Spine, hitting on 4s. Wounding on 2s. 6 -1.
You fail 1.
6 up forward.
He suffered 11. He's got 1 wound left.
5 attacks with the Gossamed Archers trying to bring down this pig. Hits on 3s. Wounds on 4s because we're weak with little elves. 1 wounds.
We're good. I'm going to use a command point and power through, and let's do some mortals into the Gossamids. 2 mortal wounds, and then we'll move the pig.
All right, so Durthy's going to heal for a flat 3. He's down to 10. Gothanos is going to heal. He's full up. The Kurnoths are going to heal for D3. They're good to go. And then Durthu is going to run away like a coward. Oh, we have striked and faded. I don't think there's anything else to do besides score Dave up.
Okay, we are back from the Orc's turn. I scored 10 points. I completed my battle tactic. take their land.
And you
I
took
forgot what it was.
Yeah, you definitely did it.
These two objectives have turned off for me, and then that objective I just activated, started siphoning the meltwater.
Objectives or battle tactics are hard this turn. Against orcs with the mighty destroyers, they do have the ability to just say no to something, and that's very, very interesting. I'm gonna go for take their lands, which is I'm gonna try and take these lands back here.
Yep.
Because if he mighty destroyers a brute squad all the way back here,
that's good for you.
Me, that's also good for me. Alarielle's +1 to cast. She's gonna go for metamorphosis. Cast value 7. Does not go off. Let's go ahead and cast Wrathful Spirits. Goes off in 10.
Goes off.
Cool. We're going to do +1 to rend around the big tree. Home tree.
Okay.
+1 to rend. Emerald Lifeswarm. Goes off in 12.
Cannon bind. All right, and then we're going to Mighty Destroyers. We're within 6 of both Alarielle and the Scythes, so they're going to move 3 and pin those 2 units, and then that'll be the end of the hero phase.
Sylvaneth have completed our movement phase, and we were kind of stuck in one spot. So we just stayed there. I did move Durthu slightly forward. He was still within 3 inches of the Emerald Lifeswarm, so he healed for additional 3. He's at 7 wounds suffered. And then we moved our Gossamer archers so that we can cap the objective over there. They're still within 12 inches to shoot this pig. And then we ran Belthanos just because. We rolled a 6 and we popped to the other side of the table, staying away from this brute squad that's messing me up. So we have a little bit of shooting to do. We're going to start with the Gossamer archers. They're going to fire everything into your Gorgrunta. We're -1 hit because we got to shoot over the terrain piece. 5 at -1.
Dead.
1 dead, picky. We have 5 shots with the Verdant Blast into the brute squad. 4s and 3s ran 1/2 damage. 2, it ran 1.
4s. And we'll take 2 damage.
Starting off with Belthanos, just for funsies, he gets an 11. Let's go ahead and charge, just for fun, Durthu. 9 is not good enough. Belthanos, you're going to try and do a little teleporty thing and do some mortals to you. Take 3 mortal wounds with Belthanos.
Dead.
Dead. Finally, my tree is going to try and do some mortal wounds to those Ardboys. Take 1 mortal wound.
Okay.
We'll spend our last command point and we'll all out attack with the Kurnoths. So we're going to be 2s and 3s. Run 2, because we're near home tree. 10 at -1, Dave. Or -2, excuse me.
That's 12 damage. There are 6 guys, so that's enough. All right, 25 attack, 4s and 3s. You've got 7 at round 1.
12 damage. 1 wound remaining, Dave.
4s and 3s with the big weapons. 1 at round 2.
Fail it.
That's 3 damage.
He's dead.
Okay.
1 tree gone. Bloop.
That is it. Yeah.
All right, let's score it up.
All right, Michael, we're back from your turn. How many points?
Sylvaneth have got 8 points. We hold 1, 2. We completed our battle tactic of take their land. We lost the tree, and most of our army stayed pretty still because of the pinning job that he did. And then this objective on the far side did turn off for me.
Yeah.
So it's 16 to 20, and we're getting into a roll-off for battle round 3.
Let's do it. Maintaining order.
Maintaining order.
We'll be back for battle round 3, We are back for battle round 3. The orcs are going to get into it. I have 4 command points to Michael's 5. I do want to note that earlier in the first battle round, or whenever the brutes went in, I had another 25 attacks into Durthu. But we don't want to go all the way back to when that happened, and there's no way to rectify it. So if you commented, now you know that I know. You know that I know that we all know
That you
we
know.
could have killed Durthu, but
That
it's
we
fine.
know.
So our battle tactic for this round is going to be to fight with 2 units and not lose any. So we're going to try to give this unit crit 2 hits. It's a War Scroll spell, or not a War Scroll spell, it's a spell from the lore that goes off on a 9.
We got it. You know how we can. I know how we can fix it. We just say that I use Seed of Rebirth. Easy.
Michael's
Easy
going to use
fix.
Seed of Rebirth.
So it's supposed to go off on a 3-up. We're just going to say that it went off so that we can actually fix that state of play.
Yeah,
Because then everything else would have played out the correct way.
I like that. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Let's continue casting. We're going to try to do, let's try to do Great Green Hand of Gork right here, I think. Okay, that goes off on a 7.
Denied.
Okay. I'm just going to do a Mighty Destroyer, so we're going to move these brutes. They're going to go 3. Mighty Destroyers is done. You got anything, Michael?
No, I have nothing. There's no spells that will be impactful, so we're just going to let it ride.
All right, let's go ahead and get a movement. Gorgrunt is here. Tiny little bit less than 6 inches to Belthanos. We move the Ardboys onto this point. I can't score this point, but I don't want Michael to score this point, so I got to put something on it. The brutes move forward, they're 4. The Mega Boss auto ran, bring me down to 3 command points, so he can get close to these guys. Over here, the brutes just walk forward. They have options. They can charge the Durthu or the size. Ardboy Big Boss standing on this objective, so Michael can't just teleport right onto it. That's it. Michael did throw a redeploy, and he just tucked the size in next to Alarielle so she can fight when I charge. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and call a Mighty Wah with my Mega Boss for this turn. So these units... all the units are going to have +1 to charge and +1 to attack. So let's start with the Long Bomb over here on a +1. That is a 7. Don't think 7's enough, so we'll try again. No, that's a 9. That'll be good. That's an unmodified 8, so they'll get an extra attack. All right, let's charge the other unit of brutes on the other side. They get an 8, but they don't get an extra attack because they didn't roll an unmodified 8.
Let's go ahead and spend 2 command points, and we will countercharge with Durthu.
Okay.
He gets a 9.
Okay.
I have to Tangle Thicket with the Kurnos.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll do mortal wounds on 3s to this unit of brutes.
Okay.
5 mortal wounds. Both units of brutes are -1 attack.
Okay, sounds good. So let's fight with the brutes that have +1 attack, and we'll just go en natural. We'll throw an all-out attack with those ones.
All defense.
Okay. I'm sorry, I get 1 extra attack because of Mighty Wah. So 13, and then let's do another 8 attacks.
Didn't you not get that because I -1 attacked you?
Nope, I get +2 attacks because I did Mighty Wah and I rolled a
Okay, gotcha.
big enough charge.
Gotcha.
Okay, so here is the other 8. 3s and 3s. They get so many attacks, it's hard to remember all of them. 6 more, so you got 19 saves -1.
4. 18 damage so far.
Okay. 3s and 3s. 2 explosions. 4 more run 2s.
Save 2. 6 more damage.
Correct. Yep.
Okay, so 18 plus 6. So we'll take 21 damage. Let's spend our last command point, going down 0 to all-out attack with Alarielle.
Okay, we'll do an all-out defense with our last.
5 attacks with the Spears of Kurnoth. So take 4 Ren 3.
Okay, fail all those.
2 damage apiece.
Okay, that's 8 damage.
And then the Great Antlers, 3s and 2s. So take 5 at Ren 2.
I fail 2.
4 damage each.
Okay, so that's 16 damage. So that's going to be 5 dudes and 1 wound on another. Into Alarielle. Even though she's going to heal it all, we're going to try it. Make 2 saves.
Ren 1?
Yep.
Fail 1. 2 damage?
Yep.
Okay, me too. I'm assuming Durthu's more than 6 inches away now.
Correct, Amundo.
Let's see what these 2 side boys can do. Okay, so 6 into the big brute squad. Take 4 at Ren 3.
Okay, that's 3 dead brutes.
And then the jaws are going to chomp you. Three, 6, 7 at -1.
That's another dead. It's another dead brute and 2 wounds on another. Back from my turn, I scored 8 points. I hold this objective and that objective, which just turned off for me. So the score is 28 to 16. We're getting into Michael's turn. Neither of us have any command points, and that's where we're at.
Yeah, that was a big turn. We're going to attack on 2 fronts. I'm going to take 2 objectives. One of them had to be controlled by him, so I can probably just take these 2 objectives pretty easily. Alarielle is going to give herself +1 to cast, and we'll go for a Metamorphosis.
Okay.
Goes off an 11.
We'll try, I guess. Nope.
2d3 mortal wounds onto the unit of brutes. So take 3 mortal wounds. We still want to do +1 to rend around the big tree. 8.
Okay, goes on.
And then we'll cast Tree Song, try and bring out another tree. A 9.
Nice.
Which is a 10. Any reactions?
Yeah, I'm just going to move my Ard Boy 3 inches like that. So you're going to have to come fight him.
Let's move.
Let's do it.
Movement phase is complete for the Sylvaneth, and it was a quick one. Belthanos did a little teleporting action.
Yep.
Walked the hidden paths and showed up on this tree over here. He's looking at a 9-inch charge on the boss. And then Durthu was like, yeah, we'll just go run into the middle of the table. He's doing fine, so he's going to try and take out the mega boss. And then our bodyguard unit and Alarielle stayed on that point to go fight those Ard boys or the brutes. I have no shooting because everything's out of range, so we can go right into charges.
Let's do it.
Let's start with the interesting one. Looking for a 9-inch charge with Belthanos. No. Let's go with Durthu. 6. He changed his mind. He goes over here.
Doesn't want to fight my mega boss.
The mega boss could legitimately.
You could mess him up.
Yeah.
You could do like 8 damage to him.
What I was hoping was for like a 12 and like swing way over here.
Yeah.
And then let's go with the tree revs. Yeah, they're in. All right, we're gonna start with Alarielle the Everqueen. Everything into the big brute squad that's standing on the point. 5 attacks with the Kurnoth spear. 3s and 3s. Take 3 and run 2.
Failed them all.
Run 3, but
Failed them all.
2 damage each.
Okay, that's 2 dead brutes.
And then the horns. 4 at run 2.
I failed 3.
It's 12 damage total.
Okay, so that's 18 damage. So there's one guy left on 1 wound. 1 Jagged Gore Haka, 2 attacks, 2 hits. It's going into the size. 1 wound. Oh, I'm sorry, 3 hits because of exploding 6s. So you've got 2 wounds at -2 into the Kurnoss.
Kill them both.
Okay, that is 6 damage.
Take 6 damage. Heal a guy.
We won't wound mark the other one because he's going to heal.
Yeah. 10 attacks with the Protector Glaives. All right. Take 4, -1.
It fails 2.
Single damage.
We've got 3 attacks going into the Kurnoss, reducing attacks by 1 because of the bodyguard rule, and then I'm +1 to hit and wounds, so this is going to be 3s and 2s into the Kurnoss.
With an
Nope.
Oh, oh.
2 wounds -1.
Save 1, fail 1.
Okay, that's 2 more damage, so he suffered 3 total.
3 total.
So we'll mark it,
Yeah.
and then he'll heal D3.
Go through, swinging on that 1 brute. They'll hit. 3, burn 2.
Dead.
Super dead.
The Ardboy Big Boss is going to fight. He has 7 attacks. This is 4s and 3s.
Oh no. Oh, okay. Thank
3
you.
hits, and then 3s. 2 wounds -1.
Save 1.
Okay, 2 damage.
Okay. We're good.
Bloop. All right, the Scythe.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot he was alive. 2 hits. 2 wounds, run 2.
Double 6s. Dead.
Good though.
Pretty good turn.
Pretty good.
It was pretty good.
Pretty good.
Just pull all the wound markers off all your guys. Roll a d3 to see how much your Kurnoss heals. Okay, he's got 1 wound left. Yeah, dude. Good turn. Let's go score you up.
Yep. Sylvaneth have completed our turn. We scored 10 points. We hold 1, 2, and more, and we completed our battle tactic just barely because of this big boss right here. We're gonna roll off.
I think it's looking great.
We're gonna roll off. You are winning, and see what happens.
Yeah. Okay, so Michael's going to double me, and I'm going to concede.
Yep.
Because he can just go kill another 3 units this turn. If I were to have won the roll-off, I would have done Slay the Entourage and went and chased down that guy, probably. And then maybe tried to fight some stuff that heals in every turn. But yeah, so that's going to be end of game. We will come up with a final score, and we'll be back for the wrap-up, talk about our thoughts on the game. Welcome back. We are here for the wrap-up. The final score is 30-42 Sylvaneth. And that was a really fun matchup. I enjoy playing the orcs. I still quite haven't figured out how to play them good. The brutes are scary. It's important to remember how many attacks you get from them. But also they bounce so hard with the -1/2 attack and then getting countercharged by Durthu. I lost so many brutes in my own turn. That was terrible. The Ardboys are pretty chunky. I like the Ardboys and the boss. It's kind of fun. But I'm having a hard time composing a list with this army that functions. I had mobility, so I was able to score battle tactics. Had turn order gone a little bit different, I could have scored 4, maybe 5 battle tactics throughout the course of the game. Yeah, lots of attacks. Armor saves seem good. The pigs don't do as much damage as they used to. I'm going to give LVP to the pigs, and then I'm going to give MVP to the brutes because they did the most damage, but they also kind of sucked when they needed to do good. So that's the Ironjawz. Let's talk about your Sylvaneth army.
So the Sylvaneth got some updates in the War Scroll, specifically changing how that faction terrain works, and it was really helpful.
Yeah, I got clapped hard.
That increase of range made the army significantly more viable, which is funny because I didn't tend to move a whole lot. I just stood there and received his charge. But I mean, I got those scythes up to Ren 3 at one point because they were hanging out next to Mother Tree, getting +1 Ren, and then anti-charge, and then they're flat 3 damage. So they were just ripping through things.
Yeah.
Alarielle is a freaking house. Belthanos is fine, but he's kind of he is an auto include because of his run and charge ability. Like I feel like you have to take him for Sylvaneth.
Yeah.
I really, really like this list. I like it better than the one with the bows. I like the size a little bit better. Because giving them bodyguard and then standing next to Alarielle, I mean, they essentially removed 20 attacks from you in one turn. If they hadn't been there, that would have been lights out. So that bodyguard rule, like, really, really was effective. Had a lot of impact.
Yeah, sure did.
Love it. Really excited the Sylvaneth are doing a little bit better. I'm interested in trying some new stuff. Like, I really want to take bugs and see what they can do. Because they're a little bit more independent operators. I don't feel like I have to stand next to a tree to make the bugs work. So I like that a lot. I hope you guys really enjoyed this battle report. It's nice to get into the new location and start filming some proper games again. So thank you so much for joining us. Dave, you got anything else?
I don't, but thank you for asking. Thank you to all of you for watching. I'm happy to be back in the studio some more. And yeah, good game.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week for another battle report.